Important alert. Final payment against you. A woman has sealed a dark deal, a calculated strike to twist your name, cloud your future, and steal the blessings God has destined for you. This isn't a fleeting whisper in the wind, it's real, it's unfolding in the shadows right now, and you need to listen with every fiber of your being. You weren't supposed to uncover this, but heaven has been watching every whispered plan, every hidden step, every secretive move, and God is ensuring this urgent warning reaches you before the enemy's scheme can take root. Archangel Michael, heaven's fierce warrior, stands before you, his light blazing like a supernova, his voice slicing through every lie, every deception, like a blade through the darkest night. He's not asking you to hear him, he's commanding you. Open your heart to this message. Don't turn away. This is critical, and it's meant for you. This woman, someone you know, someone close enough to know the rhythm of your life, your joys, your struggles, your dreams, has been moving in secret, like a shadow slipping through the cracks of your world. She's been cunning, cloaking her true intentions behind a veil of kindness, perhaps a warm smile, a gentle word, or an act that seemed like genuine support. But in the hidden corners of her heart, she's been weaving a dangerous plan, a web of deceit meant to ensnare you. She's made a final payment to someone with influence, someone who can spread lies, twist the truth, and make others question your worth. This payment wasn't just money, it was a pact to dim your light, to block your path, to stop you from stepping into the destiny God has prepared. She thinks you're oblivious, lost in the fog of her deception. She thinks you'll stay silent. But heaven is roaring, and Michael is here to unveil the plot she's worked so hard to conceal. Why is this happening? Because you're on the cusp of something extraordinary, a divine shift that's about to change the trajectory of your life. You might not see it clearly yet, but something is stirring, a new opportunity, a job, a connection, a dream taking shape, or a spark of hope growing brighter. It might seem small to you, like a seed barely breaking through the soil, but in the spiritual realm, it's monumental. Heaven is rejoicing over your rise, celebrating the path you're beginning to walk. But this woman saw it too, and it ignited a fire of envy in her heart, a darkness that couldn't bear to see you shine. Instead of celebrating your progress, she felt threatened. Instead of praying for your success, she plotted to sabotage it. She said to herself, if I don't stop them now, they'll rise higher than I can tolerate. So she reached out to this person, someone with a voice, someone who can sway opinions in rooms you're not in, someone who holds power in spaces you can't yet reach, and she sealed her plan with this final payment, a move she thought would secure her victory over you. Michael says you can't ignore this. This isn't a trivial matter you can brush off or hope will fade into the background. This is a spiritual battle, fierce and unrelenting, a clash between light and darkness. The person she paid isn't just in it for the money, they have their own reasons to want you to fall. Maybe it's a grudge you never suspected, a jealousy they've kept buried deep, or a bitterness that's been festering for longer than you can imagine, like a wound that never healed. They're ready to use their influence to plant doubts about you, to close doors that should be open, to make people turn away from you with suspicion in their eyes. But God says no. Their plan will not succeed. Heaven has seen every secret meeting, every hushed conversation in dimly lit corners, every hidden deal sealed with malicious intent. God knows the exact moment this payment was made, when the money changed hands under the guise of something innocent, when the agreement was forged in the shadows. And He's already moving to unravel it, thread by thread, like a tapestry coming apart at the seams. You're not alone in this. Heaven is with you. Michael is standing by your side, his sword of light drawn, ready to slice through every lie, every trap, every scheme set against you. The moment you started reading this, something shifted in the unseen realm, a tremor in the enemy's foundation. The plan against you is already trembling, cracking at its core. Angels are moving right now, sowing confusion in the enemy's camp, delaying their steps, and preparing the way for the truth to break through like a tidal wave crashing against a crumbling shore. But you have a role to play. You can't sit back and wait for this to pass. You need to pray, speak life over yourself, and declare with unshakable faith that no weapon formed against you will prosper. This woman has been clever, moving like a phantom in your life, slipping through the cracks of your trust. She's been close, maybe a friend, a coworker, or someone you thought had your back, someone who's laughed with you, listened to you, shared moments with you. But she's not who she seems. She's listened to your dreams, your struggles, your victories, but not because she cares. She's been collecting pieces of your life, searching for ways to twist them against you, like a thief gathering tools to break into your future. Every time you shared something good, a win at work, a moment of joy, a step forward, she stored it away, not to celebrate, but to plot. She's been watching you like a predator, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. That moment came when she made this final payment, a move she believed would be her checkmate. But it was her fatal mistake, a misstep that heaven saw coming from miles away. The person she paid is dangerous because they have influence, a voice that carries weight in places you may not even know exist. They can walk into rooms you're not invited to, speak to people who trust them, and plant seeds of doubt about you, seeds meant to grow into walls that block your path. They're not just anyone, they're someone whose words can open or close doors, someone who can sway opinions with a single sentence. That's why she chose them. But their influence is no match for God's power. When they try to speak against you, their words will falter, like a flame snuffed out by the wind. When they try to act, their plans will collapse, like a house built on sand. Heaven is already working to turn their scheme upside down, to make their own words betray them, to make their plans crumble into dust. You might feel something stirring inside you, a heaviness, a chill, a sense that this is real, that this message is speaking directly to your spirit. That's not fear, that's your soul waking up. That's God grabbing your attention, pulling you into this moment with a divine urgency. This is a battle, but it's also a victory in the making, a triumph that's already written in the stars. The woman who made this payment thinks she's won, but she doesn't know heaven is watching. The person she paid thinks they're untouchable, but they're not. Their plan is already starting to crack, and it will shatter completely when God's timing strikes like a bolt from the heavens, swift and unstoppable. Here's what you need to do. Pray with every ounce of strength you have. Say this out loud: I am covered by the power of God. I am protected by His angels. No plan against me will stand. Every lie will be exposed. Say it with faith, not fear. When you speak these words, you're not just talking, you're shifting the atmosphere, breaking chains, tearing down walls. You're telling the enemy they can't touch you. You're telling God you trust Him to fight for you. These words aren't just words, they're a shield, a sword, a declaration that calls heaven's power into your life, like a beacon summoning divine reinforcements. In the days ahead, keep your eyes sharp, your senses alert. You might notice something off. Maybe this woman starts acting strange, too sweet one moment, distant the next, like she's hiding something behind her eyes, a secret she's desperate to keep. Maybe someone says something that feels wrong, a comment that lingers like a shadow in your mind, refusing to fade. Don't brush it off. That's heaven showing you the signs, dropping clues like breadcrumbs leading you to the truth. You might hear a name, a detail, or a piece of information that makes you pause, like a key turning in a lock, unlocking a door you didn't know was there. That's God confirming what Michael is telling you now. Trust your gut. Listen to your spirit. Don't call anything a coincidence. There's no such thing in this moment. Every sign, every feeling, every whisper is heaven speaking to you. This woman thinks she's covered her tracks, but she hasn't. The person she paid thinks they're safe, but they're not. God has seen it all, their secret meetings, their hushed conversations in dimly lit rooms, the moment the payment changed hands under the guise of something innocent, a transaction cloaked in deception. He's been in the rooms where they've plotted against you, where they've whispered your name with malice, where they've crafted lies they thought would stick. He's heard the words they thought were hidden, the plans they thought were foolproof. And He's ready to bring it all into the light. When that happens, it won't be subtle. It'll be clear, undeniable, like a storm breaking over a quiet night, like a veil being torn in two, like a curtain ripped away to reveal the truth in all its blazing clarity. The truth will burn brighter than any lie they've crafted, and it will set you free. Don't try to confront this woman or the person she paid. Let God handle it. Your job is to stay in peace, to keep praying, to keep walking the path God has laid out for you, step by faithful step. When the truth comes out, and it will, it won't be because you fought in your own strength. It'll be because heaven stepped in, because God moved mountains on your behalf. The people who were ready to believe lies about you will see the truth, clear as day, undeniable as the sun. The places where your name was questioned will become the places where you're lifted up, honored, celebrated, as God's hand over your life becomes evident to all. Michael says a sign is coming, and it's closer than you think. It might be a message from someone you haven't heard from in a while, a call, a text, a chance encounter that feels too perfect to be random, like a piece of a puzzle falling into place. It might be a small detail that seems unimportant but sticks with you like a whisper in the dark, lingering in your thoughts. Pay attention. That's heaven guiding you, shining a light on the path ahead. When you see it, you'll know. You'll feel it deep in your spirit, a spark, a chill, a moment of clarity that hits like a wave, washing away doubt. It'll be like a light flipping on, revealing what's been hidden in the shadows. Don't be afraid, be ready. Pray harder. Speak louder. Know that God is with you, closer than your breath, stronger than any force against you. This woman's plan didn't start yesterday. She's been building it for weeks, maybe months, maybe even longer, piece by careful piece, like a spider spinning a web to trap its prey. Every time you shared something good, a breakthrough, a moment of joy, a new possibility, she was listening, not to cheer you on, but to find a way to use it against you. She's been watching you like a predator, waiting for the moment to pounce, her eyes sharp, her intentions veiled. That moment came when she made this final payment, a move she believed would be her triumph, her victory over you. But it was her downfall, a misstep that heaven saw coming from the beginning. The person she paid is someone with a voice, someone who can sway others, someone whose words carry weight in places that matter, rooms you may not even know exist, spaces where decisions are made, where reputations are shaped. They're not random, they're someone who can open or close doors with a single sentence, someone who can bend the truth to fit their agenda. That's why she chose them. But their influence is no match for God's power. When they try to speak against you, their words will fall flat, like arrows missing their mark, like echoes fading into silence. When they try to act, their plans will crumble, like sand slipping through their fingers, unable to hold together. Heaven is already working to make sure of it, moving pieces you can't yet see, setting the stage for their exposure, orchestrating a divine reversal that will leave them stunned. You might be feeling a lot right now: shock, anger, maybe a flicker of fear, like a cold wind brushing against your skin. That's okay. Let those feelings pass, but don't let them take root. Replace them with faith, with the unshakable truth that God is fighting for you. You're not alone. Angels are surrounding you, guarding your home, your heart, your future, like a divine fortress that no enemy can breach. Nothing can break through that protection when you stay close to God, when you anchor yourself in His presence, when you stand firm in His promise. Michael wants you to know this: the final payment this woman made was her last desperate attempt to stop you, to keep you from the greatness God has planned. She thought it was her winning move, but it was her fatal error, a miscalculation that will cost her dearly. Every step she's taken has been seen by heaven, recorded in the courts of eternity. Every word she's spoken has been heard, every whisper noted. The time for her exposure is coming, and it won't be quiet. It'll be loud, clear, and final, like a chain breaking, like a wall crumbling, like a veil being torn away to reveal the truth in all its power. When that moment comes, you'll see it. You'll hear something, a name, a detail, a slip of the tongue that hits like a thunderbolt, shaking the ground beneath you. It'll all click into place, like a puzzle finally complete, like a lock springing open. You'll remember this message. You'll know this was the warning God sent to prepare you, to arm you with faith. And when it happens, you won't just be protected, you'll be elevated. The people who doubted you will see the truth, undeniable and bright, like a sunrise after a long night. The doors that were almost closed will swing wide open, leading you to places you never imagined, places prepared by God Himself. God says this to you: you're not just surviving this, you're stepping into something greater, a destiny that no enemy can steal. The enemy thought they could stop you, but they can't. They thought they could silence you, but they won't. Every plan against you is becoming a step toward your victory, a stepping stone to your divine purpose. Keep praying. Keep trusting. Keep speaking life over yourself. Heaven is moving, and nothing can stop it, not now, not ever. This woman's confidence is her downfall. She thinks she's hidden her tracks, but she hasn't. The person she paid thinks they're safe, but they're not. Their plan is already starting to unravel, thread by thread, like a tapestry fraying at the edges. It'll collapse completely when God's timing strikes like lightning, swift and unstoppable. You don't need to fight this battle with your own hands. Stand in faith, pray with power, and let God do the rest, for His power is greater than any scheme, His justice swifter than any plot. In the coming days, watch for the signs. It might be a conversation that feels off, like a note played out of tune, jarring your senses. It might be a sudden shift in someone's behavior, too close, too distant, too forced, like a mask slipping. It might be a piece of information that comes out of nowhere, like a spark in the dark, illuminating something you didn't see before. Trust it. That's heaven speaking to you, guiding you through the fog. That's God showing you what's happening, revealing the truth one piece at a time. When you see it, don't be afraid. Be ready. Pray harder. Declare louder. Know that God is with you, closer than your breath, stronger than any force against you. This isn't just about stopping a plan. It's about showing the world what God can do, about proving that no scheme, no lie, no payment can stand against His purpose for your life. When this is over, people will look at you and know that God was on your side. They'll see your victory and know it wasn't by chance, but by divine design. They'll hear your story and know that heaven fought for you, that angels stood guard, that God Himself moved mountains to protect you. This is bigger than you realize. It's not just about this moment, it's about your destiny, the purpose God has written over your life, the legacy you're meant to leave. Michael says you need to act now. Don't wait. The final payment has been made, and the plan is moving, but heaven is moving faster, like a river breaking through a dam, unstoppable and fierce. Pray like your life depends on it, because it does. Speak protection over your name, your family, your future. Call on God's power to cover you, to shield you, to lift you above the fray. When you do, you're not just praying, you're building a wall that the enemy can't climb, a fortress that their schemes can't breach, a barrier that no lie can penetrate. This woman thought she could hide. She thought her plan was flawless, woven with care in the dark corners of her heart, stitched together with envy and deceit. But God sees everything. He knows the conversations she's had, the money she's paid, the lies she's told. He's ready to bring it all into the light, like a curtain being ripped away, like a stage being revealed to the world. When that happens, you won't need to say a word. The truth will speak for itself, loud and unshakable, a force that no one can deny. The people who doubted you will see the truth. The ones who stood with you will be strengthened. And you'll stand taller than ever, untouched by their schemes, radiant in the light of God's protection. You're not a victim. You're a victor. You're not a target, you're a testimony, a living proof of God's power and grace. God is using this moment to show you, and everyone around you, what He can do. The final payment against you was meant to stop you, but it's only going to push you forward, like a wind at your back propelling you toward your destiny. The plan to hurt you is going to backfire, like a trap snapping shut on the one who set it. The lies meant to bring you down will lift you up, higher than you ever thought possible, to places where only God could take you. Right now, Michael is with you. His sword is drawn, his light is shining, and he's ready to fight, a warrior unmatched in strength and resolve. But he needs your agreement. He needs your prayers. He needs you to stand in faith and say, "I trust God." When you do, you're not just speaking, you're activating heaven's power, unleashing a force that no enemy can withstand. You're telling the enemy they've already lost. You're telling God you're ready for the victory He's prepared, a victory that will echo through your life and beyond, a triumph that will resonate for generations. This is urgent. This is real. This is happening in your life right now. Don't ignore it. Don't brush it off. Heaven has sent this message to you for a reason, like a flare in the night sky, lighting the way through the darkness. The woman who made this final payment thinks she's won, but she hasn't. The person she paid thinks they're safe, but they're not. God is watching, and He's acting, moving with a precision and power that no enemy can match. You just need to stand with Him, rooted in faith, anchored in His promise, unwavering in your trust. Pray this out loud: "No weapon formed against me will prosper. I am covered by the power of God. I am protected by His angels. Every plan against me will fail. Every lie will be exposed. God is fighting for me, and I will not be moved." Say it again. Say it until it sinks into your bones, until it becomes a part of you. That's not just words, that's power. That's heaven moving in your life, shifting the ground beneath your enemies' feet, breaking their plans into pieces. You might not see the whole picture yet, but you don't need to. God sees it. Michael sees it. The angels are already working, moving pieces you can't yet see, setting traps for those who thought they could trap you. The plan against you is already falling apart, like a threadbare cloth tearing at the seams, like a house of lies collapsing under its own weight. The moment is coming when the truth will burst forth, and when it does, it'll be louder than any lie, stronger than any plan, undeniable in its clarity, like a sunrise that no darkness can resist. If you feel moved by this message, hit the like button to spread this word, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and drop a comment below to let us know how this resonates with you. Subscribe to stay connected for more messages like this, and if you want to show your support, consider a super thanks up to $50 to help keep this channel going. Your support means the world, and it helps us continue delivering these urgent, life-changing messages.